Welcome. My name is Brian Knight, and I live in Melbourne, in Australia. And it's 5:04 a.m. on a Thursday for me. Welcome, Helen and Darren and Tom.
Right.
Let me just share this screen first. So this is a disclaimer. It says, "Welcome to this live FOREX analysis session." Um, there's a few notes you can see there. There's a full risk. Sorry, Tom, you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. I apologize. Go ahead.
No. Have you got the other link?
No, I still can't get in. I'm still struggling just to get back in.
This is the Facebook one.
Yeah.
I'm just sure. Yeah. Helen's seen it and it's there. So, all right.
No, I mean I just can't get in general. I
Right.
may actually have to just create a whole new profile.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You work
that's all.
it out.
Yep.
That's okay, Tom. Oh, it means you're still looking at it on your phone. Oh, that's no good. That's not ideal. But anyway, all right. There's a full risk disclosure here and a little bit about us as live session traders. So, wow. So information came out on locally here yesterday, so there's a fair bit of movement in the market. This is AUD CHF that I was watching for potentially for a sell. It has bought significantly. Anyway, I'll just go through AUD CAD. So same sort of thing with it in the last, like AUD CAD. We've still got some more balance of trade info to come. There's also balance of trade, unemployment rate coming in for Canada. And then before we got it, just that's business confidence. It's not such a big deal. But we certainly have now got, like AUD CAD anyway, we've now got a triangle, a red triangle on the hourly, nothing on the daily as such, but definitely on the hourly for a potential pullback. Now, it hasn't broken, it's close though, but look at it, it hasn't broken the high here, over here, which was on the 20th of Feb, roughly. This is UK time. And it did work its way down, came to this triangle, and then up, retested, and then pushed up in the last 24 hours or so, 48. So I'm looking at this potentially to put a sell stop in and for push. It's in the gap. So Helen, for you, there's a couple of setting changes that's occurred. Just on, I think it was though, it was on the envelope. It's now 80 and 2. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Which creates then, it pushes it out, I think, which then creates this sort of, well, in this example, it creates a gap between the X48 and the envelope. And when, like, for example, when it's within the envelope, like just there even, you can see that change of direction occurred. Now, when it pushes further in the envelope and we get for example, well, in my case, it's a red or a green triangle from the sell side into a buy, that just gives more evidence of potentially a change in direction. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
that's okay. So this is one now to watch. It'll be and what have we got now? Thursday. So it's non-farm payroll this week. So it just depends on the output. Anyway, a lot of news yesterday. The government of the day is saying, "Oh yes, the economy has slowed down, but that's not a bad thing because that's good for inflation." So that will be great. And then the opposition is saying, "Well, what a bag of problems that we have." So they're just the different narratives that goes on. So yeah, there was those sorts of things. But what it did was with AUD CAD, for example, it pushed it back up, and you can look at where on the hourly where the Aussie dollar strength is at the moment. So this pullback here, then looking on the daily, this pullback might only be back to like a fair value gap, or back to here, and then take off back up to the buy side from that sort of perspective. It may not. So I'm just talk about that. What have we got? For example, where it is down to there, 45, 50 pips somewhere, potentially. Yeah. But what it does say is that there will be a sell. Okay. Well, potentially. Here, what we've got with AUDCHF, anybody can comment at any time. It's not just me. Come on with the X48. Now you can see here lots and lots and lots of green triangle. So it came out through the gap. We had a yellow, it pushed further, all the greens, and then off it went. And then we had a red, it pushed down, didn't come to the other side, didn't come to a gap, pushed back up again. Now, potentially we're going to get a red triangle on this as well, because it's outside of the white rail and it's within the gap. And potentially this is setting itself up for non-farm payroll. AUD JPY will be a similar. So we can see where the white rail is on this one. This was Tom's, I think, assessment. What did we do? I was in this trade for a buy there. As it came down and crossed my trend line, I got out of the trade. So then it pulled back down, didn't break the low. And Tom's assessment was that potentially this is coming back up to sort of mid this scan box because of the what did you say, Tom? Sorry. I think it was a fair value gap in there. That's not a fair value gap, but it's that last move, I think you said, that moved down there and then it pulled back up, then it kept going down. So, and whether it is, well, there is a bit of fair value gap up there, but depends. This is sort of like a potential target here. Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. Good. Lovely. I don't want to. Don't want to put words in your mouth, Tom.
No, that's why I actually thought you were going to get back into this. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't, but that's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
It's just life was a little crazy yesterday. We're in the middle of a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm just waiting for the X48 to come back in. There we go. Because I think this, I didn't get in, no. And that was, if I had of, we would have been there to there, 30 pips. So it might have been closer, but that's probably where I would have looked at putting a buy stop in. So I think what will happen is, well, personally, again, it's creating a gap. You can see the white coming out, the yellow. There'll be potentially a sell out, then back up to a buy. I don't know. It could push all the way up to this area. But I think there'll be a pullback after this significant push up like this. AUD NZD. That also pushed up. Created a break of structure or a change of character, whichever way you want to call it.
Which one are you on?
AUD NZD.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
One I don't normally trade, which I was in a trade. So it's the AUD NZD, it's the Euro GBPs, it's the USD CAD, those ones that are just choppy as. Anyway, on the daily, it certainly is in a buy at this point. So looking at this is also too coming up to a gap for a pullback down. You can see where here, for example, on this, pushed up significantly, gave us a red triangle, and then just pulled back down again. But because the daily is on a buy, it pushed back up again. I'm going to wait for it to potentially create here. If it does, we get a sell, it'll only be a sell back down to be able to create a buy. So we'll see. AUD is Singapore. Look at that. All the AUDs just went crazy. Crazy. X48, wait for that to come back in. There it is. So it's well outside the gap. That push, we haven't got a red triangle yet, but it should be there.
I have one.
You have, okay. It just hasn't quite sort of come in on mine. So look at something like that until we get triangle back up. Look at that. Significant, like it's just ranging at this point, but that is a big push after yesterday's news. And that was around like the New York session open. I mean, at London Open, it basically just played around and then it took off. Now, this is my null indicator. Look at this one. For the Aussie dollar anyway, AUD USD, look at it. While I was asleep. Just did that.
Well, I'm back in profit again on my daily buy trade on this one.
That's good, Darren. After a
having got
push
into
up like
drawdown, and then that's giving it a bit of a push today, so that's good.
Yeah, it hasn't broken the high up here though.
No,
but it does say it has a weak high. It will do a pullback here. Look at it. It's significantly. It's out between a gap, plus way out above the X48, the white channel. So
the US dollar's turned weak, with Mr. Powell's
chatting
this afternoon. Yeah,
well, that would make gold go crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah. So Aussie dollar potentially to push up higher. There will be a pullback. How much? Can't necessarily tell you, but there is a few fair value gaps standing here that it may want to come back and take. It will possibly put you back into draw down a little bit, Darren,
might
before
do.
it starts to push back up. And you stayed in that. That's, well, gutsy. It's good. Right. Then CAD CHF. So looking at all of the AUDs, we're going to get a sell then to potentially back into a buy. Right. This is your long-term sell, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah. God, it's really messing me around, this one.
That isn't going to plan.
Not at the moment, it's not, no. But
Yeah, no, I'm not laughing because you're in a trade, Darren.
no,
I'm
it's all
laughing
right.
because the way the market is manipulated. The only thing is we don't have, it hasn't come back to break the high at this point. It dropped down nicely, pushed back up. We got the red in it. So, I think this is just waiting for non-farm payroll, really, to
Yeah.
hopefully for it to not push higher. But then again, you see, you've got the different settings that you have. I'll just try and pull it back here. You can see on there on my daily, it does this pull back, then push up, and a pull back, and then potentially, because your railing, though, isn't it, is a lot closer in, Darren.
It's a bit closer, but the red triangle's disappeared because as this has reversed on me,
Yeah,
the top rail's pushed up and
it's disappeared.
and it's disappeared.
So this is an example of that sort of longer term where things could change. You
Yeah.
don't know yet, though, Darren, do you? Really? I mean, it's just dancing around in that sort of area at the moment, but it hasn't broken the high. That's a good thing at this point. And that's probably where your stop is, up above that high, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it continues up, takes me out, then so be it, and we wait for probably the next sell opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes.
Yep.
Can't win them all.
No, that's a great statement. Yeah, we can't win them all. That's right.
But as long as your risk to reward is, sort of 2-1 or whatever that might be, then it's not a concern really. A few losses.
Yeah. No, that's a good point to make, that your risk in relation to it is not significant, so it's not such a big deal. So you would have had it going outside of the X48 rail.
Yeah. Only
and then
just
it's come back
just enough to trigger a triangle, but not
to triangle. Yeah. Then you get a short, and then you would have got in.
Yeah.
So we've just got to wait and see what happens non-farm payroll. Whether if it breaks the high up here, then fair enough. I'm looking though, Darren, on the hourly at this purple. Right. I mean, we have weak high, strong low. I understand. That's just language on that. But what I've been following, and this changes, of course, but you can see. Well, you can't necessarily see because this would be back behind, I think it's 50 candles or whatever it is. Anyway, it tends to go from the bottom to the top of this, right? And it has done that to the top. It pokes out, and then it goes in the other direction to come out the other side of the purple as well. So this may just dance around for a little bit longer, Darren, and be a a bane at this point. But I got into the sell for that, but it pushed back up on me. So I'll show you what I mean. Where is my trend line there? This is the Tom method, which is fair enough. So I'm pretty sure so what happens is we had a triangle, we had a gap, we had yellow, red triangle, and it went into the sell. Because the daily was indicating potentially sell, I got into the sell for that, and it came back, broke the trend line, and I got out. I think I made a small amount of pips on that, and probably not even 1% on that. And then it's just danced around. So I haven't really got back into this as a trade at this point. It pushed back down. I mean, there was no triangles anywhere here other than just there. So you don't know which way this is going to go. And so that's the issue for you at the moment, Darren. We don't know what this is going to do unless it pushes higher and gives us something in the gap so I'm not committing to any buy or sell on this one at the moment. That's why I'll take that off. But all of the AUDs are something to look at in this next 24 hours anyway. Okay. Any questions there, Helen?
No, it's good, thank you.
That's all right. Have you had dinner yet, or are you about to have dinner? Or?
No, probably going to have to go in 10 minutes or so and start doing it.
Oh, and what are we planning?
I don't know. I haven't even worked it out yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for 2 nights this week.
It's going to be a look in the fridge and see what we've got job.
Okay, two nights this week we've just had leftovers, so make it up out of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right then, no worries. So KJ, what we've got, have you got a turn on this one? Did you get into this, Darren?
No, it hadn't. It didn't.
It didn't come out
No, it didn't come out the top.
Yeah, right. Okay. But it's certainly like you look at it from here, it's created this swing high back on the 23rd of Feb, and it's creating lower lows and lower highs. And I don't know whether Tom's grabbed any of this. Come on, where are the rails aren't?
Well, I grabbed small pieces of it, but nothing substantial. I'm waiting for the pullback back up to complete to get in for the sell, because I believe it's gonna break and sell down.
Sell further, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. Right, we do have a green. Yeah, okay. Sorry, you probably saw that. So the example here is now you can see what happened there. This was the first triangle, and we got some greens, so it was going to buy, which it did. It didn't come out anywhere near the other side of the rail, which is, something I mentioned last night. Anyway. Not that it has to go to the other side of the rail, but the point is that bought, and what you needed to do was see whether it broke, because it just came back down and broke the bottom there, and then has pushed back up. So I think what you're saying, Tom, is you think that this may push up a bit further before you get into a sell.
Yes, correct.
If it doesn't give you any indication up here, though, for example, if this doesn't push up enough, what's going to give you the Okay. So probably answer it. You're just going to see it break down or break structure. Is that what's going to allow you to, if you don't get any triangles?
Yeah, once it goes up and breaks the halfway point in the rails,
Yeah.
then I'll wait for it to poke out the other side. If it doesn't, it turns around and comes back underneath the middle rail, then I'll look for a short.
Okay.
For a continuational down.
Down. Yeah. Okay. To come into the gap and down to the. Okay. No worries. Yeah. I would find. Yeah. Okay. I just would find it difficult because if it doesn't give me any indication on the other side, it's probably what I'm relying on more than anything. Okay.
Well, at this point, it has to either break the high or the low.
Correct. Yeah. Either break that high up here or break the low down there.
Right. And if you look, it's halfway between a turn on the daily.
Yeah.
So it's just a waiting game at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd probably leave it off at the minute until I can know what's, because it's done the buy move. We just don't know how much further, and it's come to the mid, so it could fold it and then come back down again. Just don't know.
Right.
Anyway, okay, CHF. That's me talking. So CHF JPY. Look at this. Swiss francs down here. Japanese yen up there.
Hi,
And
Brian. Sorry to
hi, Alistair. How are you?
interrupt you. I was listening on YouTube because I was busy, and I saw Helen's visual, so I thought I'd say hello to Helen. How are you? On this CAD
Hi, I'm
JPY.
good, thank you.
Good. On CAD JPY, this is a sorry, I couldn't get my mute.
I'm back to it.
Good man. On the move, the whole move up on the 1 hour, on a volume point of view, there's a scan today, and the bottom of the scan was the POI for the whole move.
Which is down here.
This is spot on. It's quite a strong. It's a really good scan, and it's gone up to the first main line on the pitchfork. But yeah, it's I would put these on your charts. I really do think you should be whacking them on and seeing where you're going, because this is should be going up, not coming down, but we'll see.
Continue to go up, you're saying?
I think so. I think for a bit, yeah. It's revisited it. It's moving up.
You mean to break the high?
Yeah. There's a really strong at about 111.6 is a target I've got.
Okay.
111.627.
Yeah, which is
It's
up
not quite
here.
the high, but it's getting there. I've no
Which is
idea
there?
the pip size. Yeah.
Well, from there to there.
120.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. 100 so, yeah.
So, that's.
So you think this will continue up to here somewhere? Yeah, it could quite easily.
Well, it's kicked off the POI, so it's on the right
Well,
side of where it might go.
If it does, though, Alistair, it will come outside the other side of the rails and give us a red and whatever, and then we can get into the sell.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, the daily is, for me, I can see it.
It's
hasn't
turning,
given us any check. It looks like it's selling.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And on the hourly, that looks like, as I said back here on the 23rd of Feb, looks like the swing high to create the push back down. What you're saying, though, is it could push all the way back up here, not break that high, and then get ready to push back down.
Possibly. Anyway, I saw you talking about it, and I thought I'd just jump in.
I think that the Canadian dollar would have to strengthen, and anyway. Okay, no worries. Do you want me to put an Alistair's forecast up here?
It would be touching fate. I wouldn't risk it.
You would
I'll
risk
keep
it.
I'll keep you updated.
Please
The other
keep
one,
us updated.
the other
Yeah.
one trip. So yeah, I'm on a roll.
Well done. All right. See, what? Okay, this is one to watch because we've got. I'll show you here in a minute. We've got. Hopefully, X48 will kick in here somewhere. There you go. Now we don't have a green triangle, but what we have is a series of yellow triangles, and it is in the gap. Now, for me, we have a weak low. So what it's going to need to do is break this high here for it to continue up, or if it does go down, it's going to break this low. Where are you, Tom? What have you got? One set up for here or not?
HFJPY?
CHFJPY, yeah.
Yes, I have a trade set up for a buyback.
Yeah. Yeah, it's done that. We've now got a whole lot of triangles for a buyback up. Not potentially not to break the high.
Right. I don't know if it's going to break the high or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I got
interesting
a sneaky,
yeah.
I was just gonna say I got a sneaky suspicion that just might be a fake out because it's so weak.
Yeah.
It still hasn't broke that bottom to the left.
Yeah, true.
So it may have just been coming back, picking up the last little liquidity sitting there.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm looking forward to buy.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like there's a few things in here that tell me, well, potentially this could even buy all the way back up to here.
And
I mean,
break that high.
Well, not break the high,
Daily?
break that one, but not break that one.
I don't know, because on the daily, it never did. It never did
Yeah,
break
I know.
break the high
Yeah.
for to sweep the liquidity.
Yeah, this is right back at the middle of January.
Right.
Hmm.
So I could see it popping back up, taking out that liquidity, and then really breaking downward.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is not quite finished pushing down.
It may not be.
It may need non-farm payroll. Like that was a lovely push down, that one, right? I didn't get it, but you know, this was back on 28th of Feb. So, and then it pulled back up again and pushed back down. We've got a whole heap of yellow triangles. It's in the gap, right? But I just, anyway. So if it doesn't push up enough to trigger in, then it pushes back down, that's not a problem. Then we can track down our entry, put it down a bit further. If though it does break up high, then it's more likely to push up, maybe not even break that high, but that's okay. That'll be some. If it does break that high, then I reckon it could even come up to this area, just based on that purple. Because there's up here there's fair value gap, up here there's heaps of fair value gap, right? You can see it in there. It's like significant with that push down over 2 days, or no, 1 day. That was what was that drop? Like, from there all the way down, like 180 pips in a day. So that was probably, I don't know what that was. Anyway, and we had a number of red triangles here on the daily. That would have been a great trade. So now we've got this, but they're only yellow triangles, no green ones. So that sort of just gets me a little bit cautious on whether to get into the buy. I'd be making sure it broke up past that point here before I'd be considering getting in, because if it does push up a little bit but not break that high, then it'll push back down. And maybe it's just non-farm payroll ready to do its thing. Rightio. Euros? Everyone going ready for the Euros?
Yep.
Okay, Euro AUD. Look at that. That pushed back down and it broke that. Where's the rails? Yeah, there's the red one there. This was back on Tuesday. Oh, did I not put the oh dearie me. Look at that. I never put the Tuesday line in. There you go. Tuesday morning. There you go, Alistair. 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and bang, down it went, pushed back up again, gave us another, and then dropped right out.
It's not a first.
Sorry?
I said it's not a first.
No, it's not. You're right. Well, you look at the open market on the previous is what pushed it up. It hit that, and then it's just dropped back down. Right. So this is one to watch. I'll be looking here for yellow triangle and or a green for the buy on that one. And this is still buying on the daily. You
This
see the
was a
one
scan on the group.
at the top or the bottom? Current. The scan currently, is it? Are you muted, Alistair? But that's a
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
This week, last day or so, couple of days.
Oh, right. So it was off that high. It was off the
Off
high.
the high. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
fair enough. We've got the triangle and triangles. That's what.
It's come
And it
down to
actually,
the
yeah. Well,
order
it
block,
broke
yeah.
even 100% on that one. So. Okay. Well, I'm waiting now for to give us what we need for the pushback up. Maybe non-farm payroll will do that too. Euro CAD. This is pushed up, hasn't it, Darren?
Yeah. Yeah, it continues to push
Well, look
up.
at all of these. You can't just trade off these yellow triangles. We've got nothing here to give us indication yet. Anybody got any thoughts on this one? It looks like it just keeps pushing up though. I think it's just waiting for us to give you something.
Waiting for a pullback.
Yeah.
Take out that imbalance. See if it gives us a white a green triangle, and down we go.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I'd hold on.
Yeah. Okay, no worries.
For me, just waiting for it to push up out of the top of the channel. And
you are for your daily, Darren. Yeah, you want it to push up out of there and then give you a triangle and a short and get into the
back
sell.
in again.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Euro CHF. Look at all these triangles with the euros just to weaken, but it just hasn't. Let's see what the X48. Come on.
Well, the euro tends to do the opposite of the dollar. So if the dollar goes weak, then the euro strengthens.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's reacting off the Mr. Powell
Oh.
again, and what you're saying about the dollar.
Yeah, well, you can see where it's poked out the top of the purple, but this is, look at this though. We've got a red triangle, whole lot of yellow triangles, and it only pulled down, just past the middle and then it shot back up again, right? It's now in the gap. Maybe this is one just waiting for non-farm payroll for a dropout.
This one hit.
Yeah.
So this one hit the developing point of control absolutely smack on today on the the 1 day developing point of control.
That 96,300 roughly there, yeah.
It came. I'll tell you what I've got it at. Yeah, 96,305 is on my chart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
96,300.
yeah, pretty much. And it that's what it hit.
Isn't it sort of like
11
across lots of things, Alistair? You've got POIs, we've got this purple thing, we've got, it's sort of like all of these things have a similar sort of view of what they are. So, I mean, it may push further up because we don't have, but this is interesting that because you're just saying because the euro, also the US dollar has weakened off. It basically is pushing the euro higher. Even though we've got a red triangle and a whole lot of yellows, it didn't really push down to break any structure or to the other side of the rail. So I'd be waiting for this to push up further. It's not ready yet. Okay, Euro GBP. No, sitting around in that middle. Forget about it at the moment. Euro JPY. There's a lot of this sort of sideways we've been talking about. Again, hasn't really given us anything to work off yet. Yeah, Euro NZD. Now, where's it? Yeah, New Zealand dollars down there. So we do have, come on, where's the X48? There. Right, we don't have a red. It did push up and break structure from what we had there. It's now pushing back down again. We may get something at the other side of the rail. I doubt it. Again, I'm probably not going to trade this because it's not giving me, it's too much in that sort of middle area. Okay, Euro Singapore. Where are we here? We're not up to the yellow rail yet. Come on. This takes a while for the, yeah, it's way up there. Okay. Nope. Euro USD. That's showing you the strength of the euro in relation. Okay, now this will definitely have a red, should have a red triangle if it comes up. Come on, X48. Where are you? There you go. Yep. So you got red and yellow, and so we're ready for potentially a sell on it, like we did there. See the sell? It didn't come out to the other side of the rail though, but it didn't break the high. Are you already in this one, Tom?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No.
Because if you look at it from this point of view here, the sooner you got in, even if it pulls back up, it's sort of going to come back down on it. Okay. Now, maybe with the US dollar so weak and the euro, up here, maybe this will only be a very short pullback before it goes back up again. But there's
also time of day.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting into a trade right now because your spreads are going to go crazy.
The way I'm looking at this is time of day. It's not gonna do one of these big drops like it did, with your previous red arrow.
Over here, yeah.
Yeah, look at the time of day that happened.
Yeah, that was at that was at London Open.
Right. So I could see this, farting around for a couple hours and then maybe getting a drop.
Yeah, that technical trading term of farting around. Yeah.
Correct. So I'm going to look at this after the Asian session open and take another look at it then.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Yeah, I'm going to put a purpley on there to have a come back and have a look. All right, let's look at the GBPs. GA. Did that nice drop off, didn't it, eh? Come on, X48, where are you? Come on. There we go. Now, it didn't give us a, red triangle or anything, but a number of yellows, and then that's a significant drop. We now have a green. So chances are we're going to get a buy back up again. There's a fair bit of imbalance going on in here. It hasn't broken.
Yeah, but there's a bigger story happening.
And that is the daily.
You have a arrow on the daily.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. GDP AUD?
GBP AUD.
Yeah, I've got an arrow on it.
I don't.
I've not got one. I've not got one. It didn't quite make it on my settings.
Hang on. I'm just going to go to come back because on the X48 hasn't shown itself.
Did you say you do or don't, Darren?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not on his settings. Here we go. No, I don't either.
My channel's a bit narrower than yours, Brian. So
yeah, I know. Still don't.
I got one.
How do you have one, Tom? You just
got to be the feeds. Got to be the feeds.
That's right.
So I have one on the daily. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for this push on the hourly to come back and take some of that imbalance in the slow hours before we get a further push down.
Yeah. So what you're potentially saying is here is in actual fact potentially the swing high for the daily.
Correct.
So you think that potentially this will pull back up but not break the high and then start its journey down.
Right.
Okay.
So again, I took a bite out of this morning and then I killed the trade. The minute I got the white arrow back up on the hourly.
Yeah.
And now I'm letting it play out. Let the white arrow finish what it was going to do, going back up.
Yeah.
And then I'll just grab it on the way back down again. So
Helen, when Tom says white arrow, he has white arrows top and bottom outside the X48, and we have red and green. That's all. That's what he means.
Okay, thank you.
Just so you.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Don't worry.
Tom, it's fine. I'm just doing clarification, mate. That's all. Just so that everyone was on the same page. Yeah. So I don't have that, so I can't be influenced by that at this point.
I think it's got a bit further to push up myself.
I think so too. Thanks for saying that, Derek.
Yeah. I'd like to see it push harder out the top of the channel as well.
Yeah, I think it will.
Then give me a red triangle and then.
Yeah, on the daily, you mean? Yeah.
I think. Have you not got one on the hourly, right?
Yeah. I've got a green on the hourly. Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this will push up and break that high. To be honest, I mean, Tom got some of the push down there, which is off those yellow triangles, but with no red, which is fair enough. But I think now we'll get that push back up, and it's already started, but it'll play around. We might get some yellow ones even. We'll just see. But I think you're right. It could, Tom. It's probably a just like the USD, it's probably around that sort of London Open. Yeah. I never put the Tuesday one in here either. What was I doing? Must have been asleep or something. But look at it. See, it comes up to there, Tuesday, bang, and then off it goes. Tom's Tuesday.
On a daily, it broke that last high, didn't it? And I think the
Yeah.
most significant high is back
Yeah, back over here.
back over there. Yeah, so I think that's
Yeah,
where
and I think it's got further to go. I think it'll push up and past that high even. But that's just been a little crazy. And it'll push up maybe, but I think ultimately it's coming up here, not to break that high, but even to break this here. Anyway, we will see.
and that would be consistent with the purple box as well, wouldn't it, on the daily?
It would, but that's yeah. But you see, it's the rail is pushing up. It'll cross over the yard. Like if this keeps going up, I think it had its little falter through there. And anyway, we'll see. If you just look at this pair, like for example, it does these push down, and then it does this crazy for quite a period of time, like mucking about, or technical term like Tom put, it'll just fart about, and then it'll make this big move and then another big move, and then it farts about again and then takes off, either up or down. But I think this is a buy situation. We'll see. Anyway, it's created a potentially strong move to push back up. There is a weak high, so I think it'll break that high. But anyway, eventually. Doesn't have to be today. GBP CAD. This is sitting in the middle of the country, unfortunately. There's not, and on the daily, it's still pushing up. So it may just, come on, where's that X48? There it is. See how it's sort of just playing around here in the middle? And there's a big gap there. I don't know what this is going to do, so I'm going to take that purple off, because it'll either push back up again as a weak high, or it'll drag itself down. So I don't know at the moment, and I'm not going to take a trade that I'm not sure of. GBP CHF still pushing up. It made Alice's forecast.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about again, but yeah.
Oh, well, come on. Everyone that you've put it, yeah. So there, bang, and off it goes, right? We don't have there's no red triangle there, but we did have a yellow that it pushed up that little bit in part and then down. I think this will keep pushing up, right?
I've got two triangles there.
Really? Up above it?
Yeah. Yep.
On the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, your feed is...
and a triangle on the daily.
Well, I've had a red triangle, but then it's just pushed past it, Tom. We had a red one there, it pushed down a little bit, but I think this is still pushing up.
Nah, my arrow just popped up today.
You mean on the daily?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's still got, well, okay.
Yeah, I think it's got a little bit further to push up as well. That's why I'm not taking a trade on the hourly.
Yeah.
Because it has that imbalance sitting there, right to the left.
Yeah, way over. Yeah. Okay. And just, yeah, I don't want to play with that one at the moment. GBP JPY sitting in the middle as well. Don't need to know about that one. GBP NZD, again, that's just sitting in the middle too. Right. GBP Singapore, this is a little different. but still not like, hang on, let's have a look here. I think a lot of these are going to push back up. Cornex 48, where are you? There it is. See? Still nothing there yet for a significant push. I mean, it may go up and down, but and I think now non-farm payroll will probably, well, here we go. GU. That'll be poking out the top of the X48 when it comes in. Look at that. All right, so this will sell for a bit, but maybe probably won't break the low. But look at it again. You know, Tuesday market open, push up, back, didn't break the low, bang, and went further up. Look at that. Just that Tuesday morning again. All right, so GU, look at that for potentially a sell for a bit. Now look at the NZDs. Let's go. Nah, sitting in the middle, not worth having a. Nope. NZD CHF. This is more like no. That also too sitting in the middle there. I mean, you could get a trade a week low on there, but look at it, broken that high. I think potentially this has got further to go. Isn't it interesting? It broke that high. That would have been a strong high too, and it's just broken it and a pullback. I've got no arrows there either. I'm not gonna, or no triangles. NZD JPY, same in the middle. Not NZD USD will be different. Yeah, it actually isn't. So we don't have any triangles on that either. But look at that. Big drop down, big push up. Oh, we do. Right. Okay. Right. So NZD/USD. Let's see where that sits because that imbalance there. All right. Now this could push up higher just purely because of the strength of currencies, you know, like but definitely worth coming back to have a look at after market open Asian and or London session open. Singapore Japanese yen. All right, is this turn now? It did that there too. We don't have anything yet. It may be going down a bit further before we get that, like this sort of thing. Look, a couple of green ones, whole lot of yellow, and then look at it take off nearly to the other side. That would have been a nice sort of trade, 60 or so. So nothing yet. USD CAD. You still in this one, Darren, for the buy, was it?
Yeah, still in this for the buy, so it's
wow. It did a significant drop down.
Yeah.
Took out that imbalance and now it's pushing back up. Look at that. Okay, so we'll potentially for a buy now again.
Yeah, so I'm still about 160 pips up.
Yeah.
Spice that sell off today.
All right. I'm gonna look at this one for the buy on that. USD CHF dropped down, but not significant because I think it's still in that middle. I'm not really. Let's see where the rail is on the X48. Come on. There. No, nothing yet. All right, UJ. That is different though. Okay, let's have a look. We'll have some green triangles, I would say. Yeah, there we go. You see that green triangle thing and then push up. It didn't break the high, but I think that's what we'll have here too. I think we're on the turn. Are you in this for a sell yet, Darren? Are you muted, Darren? You're still muted, Darren.
Sorry, Brian. Yeah, no,
That's
I'm not
all.
in it yet, but I'm looking at it as potentially one to get in for a sell.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to pull back up a bit,
Yeah.
but I think we've got, I think it's done its sort of swing high over here, and it's now pulling back down at this point. I mean, the daily has done this. Still could go higher,
Yeah, it could do.
but you do have a red triangle there. I don't know if you have, and then you've got a short already.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll be looking for a buy just for the moment before getting in. If it doesn't break the high for you, then it's worth getting into the sell. USD Singapore.
I will wait for a pullbacks.
Oh, I was going to put a purple there.
Yeah, I'll wait for a pullback because this is expensive when you're selling in terms of swap fees.
Oh yeah, when you're selling, that's right. Yeah.
So don't want to be sat in it for a while in drawdown, just
because it'll rack up.
Darren, which is the one you're in for? Bad USD CAD.
Yeah, USD CAD for the buy.
Yeah.
Both the CAD and the CHF. Hey, I meant to mention this last night, and I thought I'm not going to push my luck. And there's a really strong POI on the daily, 22nd of February, and it was both sitting under the CAD and the CHF, and they both came down and hit it. And the USD CAD hit it smack on it. It's 34997 is what it hit at.
Right.
And so I'm going to say happy days, and it might start and
think it's going to take off now for the buy.
Go back up again.
Yeah.
It's reached it at 34997 at
which is where I've got
is that where you've got your bit?
That's where my line is, yeah.
I'm quite liking that analysis. So that's
just to give you an easy night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Relax. All is well.
There's your comfort vote there.
It's I'm a pillow in this.
Yeah.
A pillow.
You say you were 160 pips up, Darren, on a buy?
I am, yes.
On USD CAD?
Yeah,
correct, yes.
Yeah, he got it back over here somewhere.
Okay, all right, that makes yes, okay.
Start of January.
Right, okay.
So he was grabbing trades while I was having a rest. He did very well out of, a dozen trades nearly.
It was about a dozen, yeah.
Yeah.
This is one that I'm still in, but I think I'm out of them all now. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, USD Singapore looks like it's also too ready to push back up again. It's outside the it's even gone past the gap and out. It does say weak low, so just see, because the US dollar is, after what's his name, Hal had a chat, you put the moz on it.
Yeah.
All right, so gold US, look at it, bang, 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 pumped up. Yeah, it's probably well out of the rail on the X48, I would say. Wait for it. It's poked out that purple. Yeah, look at it. Red, 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 red. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Yeah. Nothing happens as yet. So if it keeps breaking the high, it's fine. If not, you have to sort of put your breaker structures down here to be able to grab any trade. And where is that crazy Bitcoin? Oh, back up to 67. Where was the high? 69. Yeah. That's great. We did here, look, get a sell, get a sell. It sold a little bit and then pulled straight back up. Get a sell, get a sell. Pull back down and then back up again. Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Tuesday there. Yeah, so it's just after. That would have been at New York. Yeah, okay. It sold out and then it just bought back up again. Right, well, there's your lot for
Hey,
today.
Darren, another comfort for your USD CAD. On a higher time frame, say the 4 hour, the 200s, it's just hit the 800 and about to cross. So it's happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
telling you.
Well, I like the sounds of that. So
You reckon continue up? I think it'll continue up too.
Yeah, well,
But I think it's, we've had a bit of a hiccup in the road with Colin Powell having a chat. That hasn't helped for the moment. All right, any other questions, feedback? There's a few potentials. So the AUDs, euros, not really. Well, a couple in the euros. The GBPs, there's a couple. And a few in USD potentials for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Nothing else? Have a great day and enjoy your sleep or